temperature is 24 degrees. Currently it's 23, so not far off. Light breezes from the left to right of screen, but there's not too much, so no goal advantage. The ground is dry and perfect.
Thank you. Robert Scott appeared to be in trouble there and will take a free kick for Geelong after the opening bounce. The Cats kicking to the right of screen. We don't have 50-metre lines here, incidentally. We have 40-metre lines. Scott's about 65 metres out. He elects to go short. Had EXCELL out on a long lead. EXCELL has it now. He's ridden into the ground, but too high, and he'll take the free kick.
And Gibson there, the Bears player, who was the last-minute replacement for Lester Smith.
Good-looking kick by EXCELL into a big pack, and that's a Geelong mark. Lovely kick from EXCELL, and Billy Brownless got himself in front and took a strong mark in front, Robbo, of a very good crowd.
That's fair. I think the Bears would be quite pleased, Sandy, with this crowd.
Shoots at goal, and there's the first one on the board for the Cats.
Well, Billy Brownless could be a problem for Brisbane Bears across that half-forward line. They do lack height in the back line, the Brisbane Bears, and as I said, there are plenty of options on the forward line. Dwayne Russell at full forward. He's at mark again. Russell looked like he was set for it. He got in the way of the Brisbane Bears defenders, and this allowed Billy Brownless to just drift across and take the strong grab in front.
And from our sources down below, Sandy, we've established that the Brisbane Bears before this match were 5-2 and Geelong were 7-2 on. And if that's any indication, the money should be on Geelong.
Centre bounce once again, and again it's won by Burke, but pushed wide towards the wing. Here's a chance now for Curran to send the Bears up towards half forward. Rogers, an effective spoil from behind. Socket off the ground, and it'll go over the line on the outer side, but the Bears have it in their attacking zone. Here's leading rails bookmaker Lloyd Merlihan here in Queensland gave us those odds. The Bears at 5-2 and Geelong at 7-2 on. And he was informing me that they do love a punt on Aussie rules up here in Queensland. So it's good to see that it's pretty healthy, the game up here. The Bears into attack once again, going up towards the right half-forward flank. Closest to it is Matthew Ryan, but runs out of room, and we will see yet another throw-in.
And Matthew Ryan, Bernie, playing for his third AFL club, having come from Collingwood and the Swans.
There's 55 games with those clubs for 51 goals, Matty Ryan.
Geelong under pressure at half-back, trying to get the ball clear. The Bears punch it further forward. Now Geelong through Hinkley, kick it up towards centre half-forward. No mark taken. Brownless is there. So is Curran. Zanotti's caught with the football. Pretty good tackle there by Gary Hocking. Attempted kick out there by Wern. Still Geelong, forcing it forward. MADAKELLIS gets it. One MADAKELLIS to the other. And it's Spiro shooting for goal across the face. EXCELL can't do much with it. It's out for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Geelong. They've kicked a goal through Brownless, and the Bears are yet to get past centre half forward. Boundary throw in. Brownless doing the ruck work. Gary Hocking can't take the ball with him. Now the Bears will get it clear. It comes out towards the wing. It bounces just inside the field of play, and then it goes over. Just as Fletcher gets near the footy. There's young Fletcher, who has played a few games leading up to 1991, but couldn't cement his side. His place in the side, but looks as though he may have improved a little over the summer. And a bit of confidence does the world of good for these players. Now the Bears will get clear up towards half forward through McLean, and a good mark is taken there for the Bears by Scott McIver. It goes wide. Noonan can't control it. Now he does nicely. The bounce was good for that player. Up to full forward, no mark taken. Out comes Merritt. Oh, in goes Stoneham. Merritt still with the football. Taps it into towards the forward pocket. It's close to the boundary line. McCrabb, that brilliant scintillating player from Geelong on that full back line. He gets it across to Bruns. Bruns runs clear from the back pocket. He's had 3 bounces, and he kicks it along towards centre half forward. It's a Geelong mark. A certainty. Gary Hocking.
So Hocking.
Sorry, Sandy, poor skills there by Scott McIver. There was a great opportunity for the Bears to kick a goal. The hand pass only had to be right, and Noonan was only about 50 metres out and running into an open goal.
Well, Geelong haven't surged forward too quickly. Fletcher under pressure. Curran again will relieve the pressure for the Bears. Gets the hand pass across to Shane Hamilton on the outer side, and they push it up towards half forward. Christensen leading in the race for the ball. May leave it for his teammate. He will. MADAKELLIS is in all sorts of bother. And eventually Noonan gets the hand pass away. Now here's a chance for the Bears, but the kick is swinging in. It's come back, and Matthew Campbell has picked one for the Bears.
Geelong go forward from the ruck contest, the centre bounce. Diving after it on the ground there was Noonan. Tapped it out wide. Now a chance for Bain. His first real clear possession. Kick is wide. Kick is good. And the mark is taken out there by Hamilton. So Hamilton and David Cameron playing against their old teammates, their teammates from last year. Cameron has started on the bench. But now Geelong will get clear. It's BAIRSTOW. A long kick towards half forward. Marking contest. Curran interfered with Brownless. And umpire indicating that the push was there. So Brownless will, well,
kick it from there.
He could nearly, what do you think, Bernie? It's a long way out, but he kicks it long distances.
There's a chance, yes.
Oh, what a kick by Brownless. Oh, that is unbelievable, Sandy, isn't it? I mean, he can do it, but he's got to be, what, 55 maybe? 55 metres from goal, and he's popped it through.
Yeah, 55, I'd say, Robbo. Very deceiving with the 40-metre line here at the Gabba. Billy Brownless probably one of the longest kicks in the game at the moment. As you see that kick, he was about 15 metres past the 40-metre line and let go with a big drop punt.
So the Cats away to a solid start through Billy Brownless. He's booted their 2 goals. We go back to the middle once again. Burke has been winning the ball with mighty thumps out of the middle, and that is no exception, down towards the half-forward line. But the advantage is paid here to Curran. Gets the hand pass quickly across to his teammate there in Hamilton. Hamilton up to the forward line looking for O'Brien. Waiting down in front is McIver. He's got the champion screaming for it. Heads towards that player now. Champion has it. Can he goal on his birthday? He's 20 metres out. Goes with a check side kick and misses.
Well, that's 2 skill errors there from Scott McIver. First the handball that missed Noonan, and then that short pass that Champion by himself. He had a bit of time to steady and get that pass off to him, and he missed him again.
Beautiful kick from Austin McCrabb, straight to Damien Burke. Geelong fans will be delighted to see this man back in form. Burke, a long kick towards the 40-metre line, but almost too long. The mark should have been taken, it wasn't. The hand pass not good enough for Hocking. Past Campbell. Fletcher picks it up for Geelong. Goes to the left foot. Up towards EXCELL in the forward line. Waiting down in front is BAIRSTOW. Lost the ball. Regains it again, but runs out of assistance. And it is eventually hammered defensively over the line for a throw-in in Geelong's right forward pocket.
Interesting. Peter Curran lining up at centre-half back today too, Sandy. Playing on Billy Brownless.
So a big test for him. Burke trying to swat it over the back, can't do so. Gastev gets a hurried kick, gains probably 15 or 16 metres, but it's Robert Scott who keeps it in. Back to BAIRSTOW from a standing start, kicks in towards goal, and infringement there. And again, it's going against the Bears.
How can they pick those things, Bernie? I mean, they're both players are jostling against each other, aren't they? Why do they say that one should get the free kick and, you know, the Geelong guy gets the free kick? He's got rid of Gibson.
Having a look at the replay, Gibson was in front. Yeah. He was a player that was initially interfered with.
EXCELL from point-blank range. Shoots and goals.
In the centre, after a gift goal to Geelong, free kick to EXCELL from only 3 metres out, and he didn't miss, but it was a questionable decision by the umpire. The umpires today are Brian Sheehan, who is very experienced, but that decision given by the less experienced James Van Beek. Out on centre wing. Nothing can be done much with that football. And we've commented about the conditions. They really are perfect. The flags in the background there indicating that there is a little bit of wind, but I don't think it's favouring either end. Look at this great little rover, Bain. The pass is just a little short for Hardy, and chipping in and taking the mark is Hinkley. And those Ansett windsocks in the distance, as I mentioned, the breeze probably blowing across the ground. Distances gained with kicking at both ends. Up towards half forward, Russell gets the hand pass away to Gary Hocking. Gary Hocking's kick towards full forward, nearly a Geelong mark, taken by EXCELL. EXCELL's high kick is wide into the pocket. No mark taken out there. Werner's the Bears player. He can't do much with it. Neville Brunn's underneath it. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the left forward pocket. Geelong are 3 straight. The Bears are 1-1. And it has been a reasonably entertaining start to this game here at the Gabba.
From the throw, and it was Curran who hammered it away, but it could prove costly. No, Madakellis' kick was smothered. Zanotti tries to storm his way through, eventually throws it out the back door, only as far as Couch over. BAIRSTOW, they're off again, moving the ball very quickly. A steadying shot in towards full forward, and Simpson's kick is offline, one behind. Sean Simpson, ex-St Kilda, and turns 21 on Tuesday.
Struggled a little in his first game against the Saints, but obviously played very well last week.
So the Bears out of defence, up towards the centre of the ground. Brownless, having to defend, just pushes the ball down in front. But the Bears have the players at the drop of the ball. It's pushed up towards half forward once again. Steaming out is McIver. Can't take it cleanly. Will lose out to Christensen. Marty Christensen to Zanotti.
Good mark by Zanotti there.
Thought about going straight down the middle and eventually elects Ashcroft just forward of centre. Marcus Ashcroft in towards half forward, putting them inside the 40-metre line, looking for Merritt. Got a hand to it, but that was all. MADAKELLIS kicks high. Billy Brownless the fly. Couldn't take it. Hocking waiting down, and he's got plenty of support. Now the opportunity for the Cats. This is Simpson again, going in towards the forward pocket region. Might go a little too far. And will O'Keefe see it over the line? He will.
It's another player playing against his former club, David O'Keefe,
yes,
who left Geelong to come up here when the Bears started off.
Thrown in the right forward pocket for Geelong. Again, Burke at the back. Could have been looking down towards Fletcher. Free kick's got to go the way of Michael McLean. Pulled off the ball when he didn't have it. He certainly looks different out of a Footscray jumper.
Bernie, what was the story about Michael McLean and leaving Footscray?
Well, he had a lot of injuries, Sandy, and he became very disillusioned towards the end of last season when he couldn't shake off those injuries, and he felt as if a change of scenery may have done him the world of good.
Well, let's hope he can be a bonus for the Bears. He's a very, very good, intelligent player. There's a mark to Geelong taken at centre-half forward by Brownless. And there's one thing that is an absolute certainty. He won't have any trouble whatsoever with the distance.
Well, Billy Brownless is really causing headaches for the Bears' defence. Martin Leslie, the usual centre-half back, out of the side.
Monday night, Channel 7 present.
So Brownless causing real headaches for the Brisbane Bears. He's booted 3, EXCELL has 1, and Burke has been initiating it out of the middle. Can't get it cleanly away initially this time, but it's Fletcher who kicks up towards half forward. Here's the man again, Billy Brownless. Unselfishly to Scott, but Scott's kick under pressure is wide. One behind.
Probably Sandy too unselfish on that occasion, because he was only 40 metres out, and not a great advantage to play on there, Billy.
Okay, quickly, Bernie, what would you do if Brownless is causing problems with 3 goals out of the 4 at centre-half forward? What can the Bears do to cover that position?
Well, they are undermanned, there's no doubt about that. Maybe Champion, move him to centre-half back. He started off in the ruck and put Roger Merritt in the ruck and Peter Curran up to the forward line.
Okay, a free kick has been picked out of it. The kick in the marking contest. Dwayne Russell has the football. He's about 55 metres from goal. The kick is in short on the goal line. It is allowed to go over, and eventually it hits the post, the behind post on the full. So that is a free kick to the Bears to be taken in the back pocket back there by Gibson. Gibson, who took the place of Rod Lester-Smith in the selected side. He was dropped on Thursday night. Lester-Smith was in the team, but had to pull out because he was a little bit suspect with injury. So Gibson has taken his place in the team. The ball on centre wing, boundary throw in, and already the height advantage of Geelong is showing up. Burke in the ruck, Brownless. There's a good tap out for the Bears. Goes towards half forward. And Tony MADAKELLIS, he's number 11. Number 12 in the picture is the brother. And if you can tell the difference, well, you're better than we are, because they are nearly identical, those two boys. Thank goodness they've got different numbers on their back. There's a free kick in the ruck contest. It goes to Champion. A spirited player is Champion. The kick is short. Hinkley makes good position, chips in and takes the mark at centre-half back for the Cats.
Well, his immediate opponent there, Brad Hardy, just stood and watched him as he took that mark, didn't put himself in.
And those small things really have to be done by the Bears if they're going to make a game of this, because it's going to be very difficult for them. Already the skill level, the height advantage for Geelong is showing out. The ball out towards half forward, Bain too short, and he's got 2 to beat. This time it's Spiro MADAKELLIS with the left foot, kicks it a little too far and wide, and the free kick to be taken for the Bears on centre wing.
So we've talked about the ground, Bernie, as we have a look at the Geelong camp headed by Malcolm Blythe, that the government has given the go-ahead for work to be done on this ground, Robert.
And it will be very important to the Bears' future, I'm sure, Sandy. The dog track looks like being abolished. The dog's being moved to Albion Park, we've heard, and that will give them a little bit of scope about to move. There's Robert Walls looking on, and obviously he's got a few problems even at this stage of the match.
From the throw-in, Hocking with the run of the ball, but taken out of it by Campbell. Here's a chance for Hardy. Kick partly smothered. Now Rogers, another short kick to Fletcher. Adrian Fletcher goes up towards the centre. Geelong looking good at the moment as Simpson whips it into the middle and Bairstow. What a bonus for the Cats with Mark Bairstow leaving the family property and coming back again. Up towards EXCELL, caught at the back, and again the ball will beat both he and Gibson over the line in front of the big scoreboard here at the Gabba. Geelong doing the bulk of the attacking and doing it pretty well. Campbell comes over the top, hammers it away, and big Dwayne Russell can't get there in time. It's interesting, Geelong of course have marvellous support down in the city of Geelong and in the Western District, but we met 8 crazy Cat supporters who came up for today's match. We believe they're from Mount Moriac, so those people at Mount Moriac, we hope you're enjoying this clash this afternoon as well. Zanotti gets a kick up towards the half-back line, and Simpson, working hard there, sees it over the line. With him is Danny Noonan. Burke just stretching up with one arm. Fletcher in towards full forward. The bounce is not a good one for the Bears. It's a good one for Geelong. Can Billy get number 4? No, he can't. So Bill Brownless, a contribution of 3 goals, 1 to date. A handy little lead opening up for Geelong. Champion from the back pocket. Good looking kick up towards the wing. MADAKELLIS waits at the back, but he didn't have to because Fletcher was in front. And it will be Adrian Fletcher to send the Cats into attack again.
Fletcher from wide on the outer wing. Kicks it in towards the half-forward area, and a good mark taken by EXCELL, who has started at full forward and is fairly reliable. Gavin, EXCELL up there, Bernie.
He promised a lot last season, Robbo. I was a little bit disappointed with his finish to the year.
Long kick by EXCELL. He just hooks it a fraction, and it's through for another Geelong behind. Geelong are about to make a move at this late stage in the first term. They usually swap Hooper with Burke to give Burke a bit of a rest, and Hooper warming up on the boundary line, preparing to come on. The kick in has been marked wide out there by Campbell. Gets it away to Noonan. He's caught. Good play by Simpson. Negating tactics were good. Kick off the ground, goes close to the boundary line, and it is over. Hard up against the behind post in Geelong's left forward pocket. So with about 9 minutes left in this first term, the Cats about to swing the change that will give Damien Burke a rest for the remainder of this first term.
Well, again, he wins it. It's Bairstow, gives it down to Bruns, gets a hurry kick under pressure, goes across the face of goal. Brownless!
Well, I think, Sandy, they really must make a change there. Brownless has dominated that centre half forward position, and Peter Curran there caught behind again. Billy Brownless taking a very strong chest mark.
You can't get on any tighter angle than that.
Otherwise he'd be over the fence.
Exactly right. He runs round, kicks into the man on the mark. EXCELL has it. What can he do? Hocking is there also, but the Bears are able to clear it back towards the centre wing area here at the Gabba ground. Only as far as Couch, who nips into the middle, goes over the head of Russell. Couldn't take a clean mark. Comes wide. Now a chance for the Bears to get it up towards the half-forward line. Over the top of Scott McIver it went. He's got a Len chase. Hinkley gives it away to Simpson. Simpson's kick is high. Bruns has got to stand his ground, and he does. And Burke leaves the arena. Hooper comes on. Bruns will send Geelong into attack. EXCELL gives him the lead. Drops back now into the pocket, and again it beats him over the line.
Bernie, is it difficult for Peter Curran, who's played 160 games of this level of football, to now all of a sudden be turned into a defender?
Well, I would think so, Robbo, because, well, he's obviously played all his football on the forward line and hasn't had to worry a lot about picking up an opponent, and all of a sudden the ball's coming down there on that many occasions. It's making it very tough for him.
Bruns putting it into attack once again. Gibson defensively pushing it over the line for another behind. Malcolm Blight seemed pretty relaxed when we spoke with him this morning. 4-5 plays 1-1 in the Cats' favour. O'Keefe, a flick over the back, gains valuable metres, and still they push it down. Couch could be first to this ball. He is, gives it away to Marty Christensen. Christensen's kick maybe taken down the ground as he felled after disposal. Well, it didn't seem to be too bad, but play goes on. Kick by Bruns, just off target, out of behind. So Neville Bruns is peppering away at goals, as is his team, 4 goals, 6.
He thought it was a goal too.
Yes,
I had a good look at him.
He
He did the Brian Wilson one, Sandy. Put the arm in the air. I'm sure he was trying to convince the goal umpire that it was there. The kick in goes to Ashcroft. Ashcroft towards the centre wing area. Matthew Campbell, a real dasher, kicks it into the pocket. McIver just seems to be a little out of sorts, Scott McIver, and the ball slips through and goes over for a boundary throw-in. I watched the Bears play last week against Carlton. It was a bit of a lacklustre affair, and they always get a reasonable amount of possessions in their game, but they don't seem to be able to do enough positive stuff with it. Now, MADAKELLIS, that's Tony MADAKELLIS, tries to thread his way through. Striving there was Spiro MADAKELLIS, and eventually the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in just forward of centre wing. And we've already mentioned about the unusual shape of this ground, and it really is down this right-hand side. It is nearly a straight line that goes from about centre wing right up into the forward pocket from where Brownless had a shot for goal just a few minutes ago. The ball is with Simpson, the kick across towards centre half forward. Great centering tactics and good discipline there by Simpson. And he eventually gives BAIRSTOW the chance to shoot for goal. He's a long way out, Mark BAIRSTOW, but more importantly, he's directly in front. A lovely long drop punt kick at the back. EXCELL, he got a second grab, couldn't control it, and it's through for a behind. So the Cats controlling this game at this stage. They lead 4-7. Brisbane are 1-1.
It's 11 effective scoring shots to 2. Tells the tale, but early days yet. Ashcroft is the target on the outer side. Under pressure from Scott, but Ashcroft will take it. Goes up over the wing. Stoneham up perhaps a little too early. Rogers a fierce bump at the back. The ball spills free. And Stoneham it is who gets onto a long one up towards Brownless. Russell went too early. Robert Scott goes over the top. Couldn't get it away. Now Russell gets a kick down towards the forward line. EXCELL again sees it with Gibson over the line in the left forward pocket. So just under 5 minutes remaining. And most of the play has been down the far end in front of the big scoreboard, because that's the end Geelong's been going. Flicked high towards EXCELL. Which way will it bounce? Against the tide of play and over the line for one behind. 4-8. Plays 1-1.
Well, they should be miles in front, Geelong. They've really done all the attacking. And Brisbane Bears just have not got enough height or class in the side.
Well, there's the man that's doing half the damage. Now, the question is, will he kick it from there? If he goes for a talk, one would suggest he almost could.
Finishing the road at the back of the goals.
There's the punt kick, and it's a beauty from Brownless. Deep into the square. Is it a mark? No, it is not. Play on as Curran brings it away towards Ashcroft in the back pocket. Ashcroft has a look up towards the wing. And a short kick is effective because he finds his teammate there in Danny Noonan. That could come unstuck very smartly, however. Simpson kicks Geelong into the forward line once again. And again, Curran comes away. Short. Gaston. On he goes. The Bears desperate for a goal or two before quarter time. Towards McIver. Did it with the one hand. Didn't try and mark. Just got it down to Hardy. Clever play. Hardy goes inside with a hand pass. That was effective to Noonan. Back again to Bain. Bain on a very tight angle. Shoots in towards goal and has put through a beauty.
Ever had a what am I going to do now experience? You know, like...
Bears get their second goal close to quarter time here at the Gabba in the history-making match. The first game played here by the Brisbane Bears for premiership points. Chance for Simpson to get the ball clear. It's held up nicely by Ashcroft, who's had a few possessions. Now, that's the area that they're falling down in, their skill level. And here's a player that has plenty of skills. Matthew Campbell had kicked towards a forward pocket, punched away by Rogers from McIver. Both players, Fletcher and Hardy, overrun it. Hardy's tackle was all right. Oh, just a little slip there by Ryan, and Rogers will help Geelong get out of trouble. Hand pass goes wide to Scott. Scott looks at centre half forward, kicks it high. No mark taken back there. Bears a chance. O'Keefe just gets a little slippery hand pass to Gastev. Gastev's kick towards centre wing. Campbell in front, can't mark. Opportunity now for the Bears. Can they team together? Ashcroft is bundled out of it. Christensen for Geelong. Kicks them up to half forward, and nearly a mark taken by Curran. Collected by Brownless, and the kick goes over the boundary line on the full from Bairstow. But Bairstow's going to get a free kick because he was pushed in the back, and Curran, you were desperate and you were stiff.
Yeah, bad luck there for Curran. He almost took that mark and then recovered. A great tackle to put Bairstow under pressure, but unfortunately the umpire saw it. There's a free kick to Bairstow.
So Mark Bairstow, who is a prolific possession gatherer for Geelong, already has played 2 magnificent games since coming back from Lake Grace over there in Western Australia as playing coach, and I believe has learnt quite a lot about football, having been in that position. Bairstow from 40 metres. Kick is long, but just slightly inaccurate, and it's through for another behind to Geelong. Bairstow has kicked 2 behinds now, and Brownless has kicked 3 goals.
Well, the goal kicking was disgraceful last week. They kicked something like 6:24 after quarter time against Footscray.
Close to quarter time, just on a minute and a half remaining as McLean's kick goes up towards the wing. And again, the ball going the way of Geelong. Tackle considered a little high on MADAKELLIS, so he kicks them up towards the half-forward line. Brownless taken out of it on that occasion. Wern gets the hand pass away. Now here's a chance for McLean. McLean's kick is high, up towards half-forward. Stoneham over the back. Gives it to Bairstow. Mark Bairstow has been busy. Flicks it towards the middle. Champion up with the one arm. Ashcroft waiting down. Didn't try and claim it, just tried to tap it away. Got it to McLean. Lost possession by Simpson. Hooper. Big man does well. Gives it to Bairstow. He gets caught by Champion and slung to the ground. Socket clear, and now he's got a free kick. Champion has given away a free kick for holding when not in possession. So, free's certainly going the way of Geelong at the moment. MADAKELLIS' kick up towards the half-forward line, the 40-metre line we're playing here at the Gabba ground. No one able to take it cleanly. Pushed wide, MADAKELLIS again, giving it across to Couch. Couch, a high kick towards goal, but that's very wide out of bounds on the field.
That's obviously the problem, Bernie, down that end. The players, that is the end that we have in question. The difficult area where the pockets are, what you wouldn't consider them to be there at all, would you?
That is the narrow end, isn't it? It's shaped like a pear, this ground, and the players just seem to run out of room in those pockets.
And 4-9 to that end, it just may be the reason. It'll be interesting to see what Geelong can do in the second quarter. But more importantly, the Bears in the centre of the ground. They can't control that football. Here's the brilliant Bairstow, but the siren sounds to end proceedings here at the Gabba for the first quarter. And at quarter
into the second term here at the Gabba ground. 4-9 plays 2-1. Damien Burke, as was the case in the first quarter, hammering it out of the middle. Hocking gets it away to Bairstow. Bairstow from 45 metres floats it in towards goal, but it hasn't come back far enough and one behind. So Mark Bairstow has booted 3 behinds of the 10 on the Geelong scoreline.
And more importantly, Sandy, Geelong just absolutely dominating that centre bounce.
Oh, he's having a field day, Berg. Having a spell at about the 20-minute mark of each term, and this man is the other one who's just ripping them apart across half forward.
Well, they've made a change there, Sandy. O'Keefe's now playing at centre half back on Billy Brownless, and Curran right back at full back on Dwayne Russell.
The drop punt goes in towards full forward. Off hands, Hocking, goal.
Point.
Well, I'll be blowed. 4-11. I wonder if it was touched. 4-11. Plays 2-1.
And it's a good question because Gary Hocking was right in the goal square when he kicked it, and it looked to me as though it went straight through the centre. So obviously the central umpire indicating there that it was touch. The kick in is short. Bears struggling hard at half-back. They can't get it away. Geelong are irrepressible at this stage. Russell has ridden into the ground, and that was a blatant free kick. And wide out there, the free kick is given against young Noonan. Noonan, who played such a good game against Carlton last week. Still a youngster, learning his trade. Kick in towards full forward. Bears a chance to get clear now through O'Keefe. He kicks it wide. There's no one home. He had two options a little shorter, Ashcroft and Campbell, but he went long and kicked it into the possession of Geelong. It's Scott getting back, kicks it high towards half forward, and a good mark taken by Bruns. And a Bears player is down as a result of that marking contest. In towards EXCELL. He can't take the mark. Here's a chance for Simpson. Hand pass wide. Brownless. Left foot shot by Brownless is another Geelong goal. It's straight through the centre. And Johnny Gastev was the Bears player who went down in the marking contest wide at half forward. He's up, he's okay. So the Bears still with 18 fairly fit guys on the ground. Here's a chance now for them to go into attack. Nearly breaks down back there. Stoneham under pressure. Kick off the ground there by Hamilton. But unfortunately, it goes through for a behind.
Bernie, do you change your tactics if you're a forward at this ground? At one end, it is very narrow, but I mean, at the other end, an Ethiopian goat herder would be happy.
What with Sandy? What do you mean?
So much room.
Well, there's plenty of room. It actually would be good playing up this end of the ground. The end Geelong are kicking to at the moment. Be very difficult for forwards up the other end because they just run out of room.
An Ethiopian goat herder. Where did you pull that one from? Half forward flank for the Bears, but Geelong get clear. It's Bruns. Hand pass to Bairstow. Bairstow's kick is long, direct, lovely. But nearly a mark taken back there for the Bears by Curran. They're under pressure. O'Keefe dives on the football. Umpire Sheehan in a good position to make a judgment. He's allowing the players to strive to move the ball clear. MADAKELLIS shoots for goal with the left foot. Misses to the left. And that was Tony MADAKELLIS who kicked that behind for Geelong. And there's Cameron on the bench. Couldn't quite pick up the other player, O'Keefe, to kick it back in. And even that kick slews a little bit off the side. In towards the centre. No mark taken. Played on. Chance for Ryan. Left foot kick by Ryan. Good vision. And the mark is taken out there by Ashcroft. He gets the hand pass away. McLean. A little slow, but he gets his kick up towards full forward. No mark taken. Hardy. Can he gather the ball? No. Kick off the ground by McCrabb. He didn't have total control. Goes for Simpson. Hand pass. And Geelong will get clear. It goes up towards the wing. Bruns. He's caught with the football. He still gets his hand pass away. Fletcher. A little slow. Caught by Ryan. Gets the hand pass away to Bruns. Bruns has had 3 possessions in that passage of play. Drop punt kick towards full forward. Opportunity for Couch. Unselfishly shares it with Bairstow. Bairstow into an open goal, and he makes no mistake from there. Touch. Curran appealing. Brian Sheehan, the umpire, acknowledging, and it's a behind.
5-13 plays 2-2. Mark Bairstow has 4 behinds, so he is an offender in front of goal. O'Keefe brings it back into play. Looking for Curran, who got a not-so-subtle shot. And a few ironical cheers going up. Cameron, incidentally, is coming onto the ground now, up against his old side, and coming off is Danny Noonan. Kick from Curran to the outer side. Slapped down in front by Rogers, but Hardy is there, gives it to Ashcroft. He comes back in towards the middle. Campbell drops it, but then recovers. Matty Campbell on the outer wing. Stabs it up towards half forward. Now here's a chance. Over the back is McIver. Shoots in towards goal.
I think that came off Cameron's boot, didn't it, Sandy?
I agree with you, Bernie.
It did too.
It was nearly the best bit of Palais work you've ever seen. The cross kick, you know, which you see in soccer. Corner kick, and it was nearly perfect. So the Bears being forced to play very, very wide here at the Gabba by Geelong, who just have centimetres advantage in height, and it's just making them go wide,
and a lot of unforced errors by Brisbane too. So many times the handballs missed the target. Their kicks, when they've had a chance to spot a player, they've missed them also, and it's vital that they really make the most of every opportunity they have.
Now Merritt's taken the mark at centre-half forward. Good pass in towards O'Brien. He's well tackled. Hardy was a good tackle too. But by gee, did that whistle go to the umpire's mouth quickly? Boy.
And the free kick against Ken Hinkley, I don't think he had any chance whatsoever of getting rid of that.
And again, I guess we have that questionable thing where the player who is going in after the footy, well, he was very well tackled, but boy, he didn't have much chance to get rid of it. O'Brien is well within range, and the kick is high. The breeze just taking it away at the finish, and it's through for another behind. So the players having lots of trouble down that right-hand end, and the Bears proceed to 2-4. Cats are 5-13.
Just getting back to that decision, Robbo, he actually did drop the ball, didn't he, in the end? So I suppose he had no opportunity of getting rid of it, but he did dispose of it illegally.
Austin McCrabb brings it back into play, looking for Burke, but outgunned on this occasion by Roger Merritt.
Good to say, Roger, too, there.
Well, the Bears need someone to fire them up. Have to go back over the mark, Roger. Short at half forward and Champion. Some 50 metres out. This would be a nice birthday present, wouldn't it? If you could kick this one. Not electing to. Probably should have decided to go short. MADAKELLIS nips in and Geelong out of trouble again. Up towards centre wing. Kept in play, however, by Zanotti. They've still got it on the wing. McLean high in towards half forward. A big pack of players and a fine mark taken by Merritt.
Yeah, that's a great mark, Roger. Very quiet in the first quarter.
Bernie, how important do you think that this player, with his attitude, I reckon he's got a fantastic attitude. He's a rough nut. He doesn't mind dishing a few bumps out. He doesn't mind saying a few things, but he just needs to get into the play a bit more. Give him a bit of virility or a bit of impetus.
Well, the only problem I see, as I see it, Ian, they have not got enough of that type of player in the team. And he has to do too much by himself.
Exactly. They just seem to go through the motions, Sandy, don't they?
So has he wasted it full forward?
Well, I wonder whether he's fit.
Straight through the middle. Favouring Geelong, who frittered away chances in front of goal. Champion has a mighty charge, but Burke hammers it out of the middle, straight to Hocking. Hocking couldn't go on with it, but he does push down towards MADAKELLIS, who throws it back to Fletcher. Fletcher puts Simpson under tremendous pressure, and they eventually lose it as O'Keefe picks it up and heads towards the boundary line on the half-back flank. It dribbles over ever so slowly.
What about that decision,
Unbelievable. If young Simpson didn't get caught red hot then.
I agree. He just let it go, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
That's
no
the rule,
attempt.
isn't it? It's an extraordinary. Burke and Champion. Burke just used his body on that occasion, giving it to MADAKELLIS down towards Dwayne Russell, who got a bad bounce. O'Keefe gets a good one to McLean in the back pocket. Pulls it round his body. Zanotti under a little bit of pressure, gives it to Ryan. Matthew Ryan now stabs up towards Merritt. It's come a long way out. Roger Merritt under pressure from Stoneham, but does well. Now they've got loose players here if they can hammer it on, but they can't. Past Simpson and Couch onto Hocking. Twists his way out of trouble. Gee, he hangs onto it for long enough. Too long.
Well, a bit lucky to get out of that, Brisbane. Merritt getting the free kick, but messing it up again with a poor hand pass.
Merritt, what will he do this time? He goes right across goal. They've just got to get something working, though, and they could be in it. Ashcroft up towards the half-forward line. O'Brien went far too early. Kept in play and pulled round. That's a fair kick by Shane Hamilton against his old club, and one behind. Gee, for a moment I thought he was going to produce a miraculous goal.
And still the behinds mount up down at that right-hand end. There's Malcolm Blight having a talk to his runner in the brilliant sunshine here at the Gabba. The kick in has been marked by Stoneham. Stoneham at centre half back. And he's got the job on Roger Merritt. Kick towards half forward. Good punch by O'Keefe. Simpson's caught by Ryan, but it really wasn't a good tackle because it did not impede the player at all. Here's a chance now for Russell. Russell shot. just misses to the right. And through for a behind. Dwayne Russell's first score of the day. Billy Brownless has kicked 4 goals for Geelong. Gavin EXCELL has kicked 1. And singles for the Bears to Bain, Merritt and Campbell. Now David O'Keefe, who kicks the ball nicely normally, and that's not bad either, but what a good mark taken by Brownless. He's dominating the air, probably taken 6 marks already. Kick in towards half forward, the mark is taken by Russell. Player on his own in the forward pocket is Bruns. This is pedestrian stuff by Geelong, and poor play by the Brisbane Bears. Bruns goes for goal. From here, it's a goal. I don't believe it. The goal umpire's signalled to behind. We're right behind it.
And Bruns can't believe it either. He's pointing at it now. But look, straight through the middle from here. I agree with that, Robbo. I'm amazed at that decision.
What a perfect angle we've got here. The 3 of us sitting right behind Neville Bruns as he shoots for goal, and have been awarded as a behind. Now play goes on, and Matthew Ryan will clear for the Bears. Oh, that could have been given interference against Curran. He does the tackle. In there is Couch. He's going to get out. He gets the hand pass nicely. It bounces very kindly for Russell. He nearly fumbled, but he gets the kick away. Bad play by Champion. Could nearly have been penalised. Play allowed to go on. Wern marks. They've got no one to kick it to, but the umpire's being very, very officious and asking. Well, Wern took the mark, but the free kick obviously has got to be taken back there by O'Keefe. So maybe the umpire was correct in his decision there.
Looking for Champion. Takes a good mark.
He looks a prospect, this boy, Champion. Has a bit of spirit about him too.
Only got to live up to his name. He'll be a fair player. McIver centering kick in towards that half-forward zone out in front of O'Brien, but caught behind on that occasion. Back towards Gastev. Maybe first to recover, Johnny Gastev. He is. Picks it up now, goes on to the left foot, sending them inside 40. O'Brien again caught at the back. Gave a bit of a push, and Geelong are away. The advantage is paid. They go over the centre towards Bairstow. With him is McLean. McLean this time eludes him and does well. In towards the middle. Hamilton is there, and he takes the mark for the Bears. His kick is long. Inside 40 once more. The Geelong defence standing firm. Brad Hardy can't get into it yet. Christensen to the outer side. Hocking was in front. And the pack, very quick to develop, will have a bounce on the outer wing.
When they do get the ball down the forward line, the forwards will not play in front. O'Brien again caught behind on a number of occasions, and Brad Hardy hasn't done much at all.
Midway through the second quarter. And a free kick out of the ruck to be taken by Burke. Centres it for Billy. And it's too easy for Brownless at the moment, Ian, isn't it?
He's just dominating Brownless. He's playing a game all on his own. And a beautiful pass to EXCELL, who was marked 40 metres from goal. I'm sure Billy Brownless would be wondering whether he's back in the country playing in one of those lovely picnic matches, the way he's going this afternoon. EXCELL shoots for goal. A lovely long kick by EXCELL, but he pulls it across his body, and it's through for 1 behind. EXCELL has kicked 1 goal 1 in that Geelong total, which stands at the moment at 5-16. Now that is just absolutely incredible. Shooting for goal.
Neville Bruns thinks it should be 6-15 now.
Correct weight.
Yep.
And O'Keefe kicks it back in for the Bears in towards centre half back.
Curran was the high fly, but waiting at the back was Scott. Gets the hand pass across to Couch. He wanted to go back to Scott again. He spoons it out to Bairstow. Sells the dummy beautifully, then shoots in towards goal. Russell gets back there and takes the mark. Well, he possibly thought about letting it go. Hard to know which way it would have bounced, but Dwayne Russell will have a shot.
Back there where the kick came from, if the little spoon out that you talked about wasn't a throw,
you'll go.
Again, I don't know the rules.
And again, a goal goes on the board for Geelong.
So back in the centre with just under 12 minutes left in the second term. And the Bears striving hard again. McLean will get the ball clear. Up towards full forward goes Michael McLean. Punched away by that strong Geelong defence. O'Brien behind. Merritt goes in. The ball comes clear. McIver's in there. Attempted kick off the ground. Picked up by Hamilton. Hardy's got a chance. Left foot shot by Hardy. He hooks it too far, and it's through for a behind to the Bears. 3-6 plays 6-16. And I emphasise that because it just is incredible, the inaccurate kicking by Geelong. Kick in goes to half-back. Opportunity for Geelong to get clear. A real struggle there for Couch. He was hemmed in beautifully. McLean's hand passes intercepted by Christensen. Christensen's kick to centre half forward, and a good mark in the finish taken by Wern over the top of Tony MADAKELLIS. He runs away and kicks it wide out towards the wing. Make a couple more metres there, Hamilton, and you nearly would have marked it. Ball is awkward now. He tries to flick it through his legs. Scott, and eventually a kick off the ground by Campbell could have nearly been deemed over on the full, but boundary umpire pretty close to the action, and he says it's all clear. I'll throw it in, please.
Again, a wasted opportunity by the Bears. That kick only had to be spot on, and they're on their way down that outer side, and really they've just messed up so many chances, half chances, that they've wasted through lack of skill.
Couch, Scott and Russell combined. From 50 metres. Doesn't go for goal, just tries to centre it for Brownless. One touch. Billy on the left foot. Pulls it back. Is it far enough? It's a fair-looking kick, and he's gone.
Guy down the left-hand end, the goal umpire probably needs to go and see Coles and Garrard, but anyway, never mind. Let's get on with the footy. The kick by Geelong up to full forward. Russell nearly takes the mark. Tony MADAKELLIS is bundled out of it. Tries to get the hand pass out. Gibson's long hand pass is pretty good. Combination out there between Ashcroft and McLean. McLean's left foot kick towards centre half forward. No one home for the Bears. And Bruns, one of the magical 4 Bs for Geelong. Bruns, Bairstow, Burke and Brownless. And boy, are they having a birthday.
And Buse is still to come back.
And Andrew Buse, of course, the captain. Here goes Geelong again. MADAKELLIS combining Tony and Spiro. Back it goes to Couch, and Couch, it's another goal. It just sounds all so easy for the Cats.
Well, it is, Robbo, far too easy. Geelong there 8-16, leading Brisbane 3-6. And if they had a kick straight, they would have been 10 or 12 goals in front at this stage of the match. Billy Brown was doing as he liked. The running players coming into the game. Bairstow, who's averaged 28 possessions in both his matches for Geelong, doing well. And the back line also with Stoneham holding sway at centre half back. They're completely dominating the match.
24 plays, 64. 40 points the margin. Just over 9 minutes remaining. What happens out of the centre this time? Hooper on the ball. Merritt down there as well. Bruns waiting for it to come out. Down to ground with Campbell, and it is Bruns who gets it away. A high short kick. Brownless could have been held. Bairstow on the run again. Over the top to MADAKELLIS. Inside 50. Another hand pass to EXCELL. EXCELL shoots with the left foot, and there's another one.
And the Bears have made a change. Champion has come off the ground, and Shackey is on. Richard Champion, the birthday boy. But I think the only people who are celebrating birthdays here at the moment are the Geelong football team. They're just having an absolute ball at the Gabba. If they could kick straight, well, it would purely be a percentage builder for the Cats. I'm sure Malcolm Blight would be reasonably happy. The Bears strive hard to get clear, but they can't. Play on, advantage rule is paid. Gary Hocking, that's a poor kick by him, but it finishes with Simpson. There's a Bears player down behind play. May just be putting his boot back on. It was Merritt, and eventually the mark is taken at full back there by O'Keefe. Really hasn't got much to kick to. Matty Ryan was positioning himself nicely at centre half back, but he goes long, and really the numbers weren't there in favour of the Bears, but they were for Geelong. Bruns gets back beautifully. Hooper's there to give him a little bit of lieutenant work. The kick to centre half back. Now opportunity for Scott. Handball over the top. Oh, wonderful play. And another goal will come to EXCELL, but the tap on, I feel, came from Couch. And it's a goal to Geelong. Bernie, I'm sure it was Couch out there that bashed that ball into the clear.
Yeah, I think it was Robbo, but they're just playing with a lot of confidence now. They know they can do virtually as they like. Robert Scott with a hand pass. There was a tap on to EXCELL. A bit of a fumble there by EXCELL, but he could have given it again to Russell. Didn't bother about that. 3 goals to Gavin EXCELL. And Geelong in a canter.
And after their poor kicking for goal, they've kicked 5 straight.
Well, they had to get on the accuracy target at some stage. Sandy. Bounce back in the centre. Merritt doing the ruck work. He throws himself into every physical encounter, Roger Merritt. If only his fellow players could follow his example and at least bruise a few Geelong bodies. I mean, if you're going to go down fighting. Their performance at this stage is just lamentable.
Shaki playing centre-half forward in his first match at senior level. Roger Merritt, a good move putting him in the ruck.
Ball gets clear. Bain, who's been completely shut out of it. Now an opportunity for Hinkley, who's a very, very clever player. And he backs himself, but he's going to get run down. Here's a goal coming up for the Bears. Hamilton must be able to do something with this. And he misses. Well, he really should have run in further and tried to get that hand pass over the top, because he was in the clear. And you wonder whether there's any talking down there.
Well, lack of confidence, isn't it, in teammates, and probably just a little bit anxious to get rid of the ball quicker than they need to.
Just under 7 minutes remaining. McIver and Stoneham over the line. It was touched. So a throw in. Hooper, front spot, got a right hand to it. McIver burst his way through, but it's Ryan who gets the kick down towards the forward line. Hardy couldn't take it, under great pressure. MADAKELLIS gets a bad bounce. Here's an opportunity for O'Brien, and he's broken the ice. A little bit of frustration coming into the game, but let's go back to the action from the centre bounce. Who can win it out this time?
Well, the move's also been made. Gibson to centre-half back now, playing on Brownless. At least he will play him close and give him a bit of a harder time than his two earlier opponents.
Hocking to the half-forward line. Couch stands his ground. Gastev over the top, an effective spoil. But Rogers is there to take a short kick in towards the pocket. The Bears under tremendous pressure. O'Keefe's kick goes back towards centre wing, and a good mark by MADAKELLIS in opposition to Hamilton. This is Spiro. Puts them inside 40 once more. Waiting down is Ryan in front. Gets it across to Campbell. Campbell long and low to Hart. Being well held, Brad.
Probably only his second kick, I'd say.
And too far out to score, probably. But that's long and high into the square. Can they take a mark? No, they can't. Off the pack, David Bain. Now he could kick a goal, and he doesn't let them down.
A paint that's actually...
So the Brisbane Bears are making some sort of a game of it here at the Gabba Oval, although Geelong, with 26 scoring shots to 12, still lead comfortably by 39 points. But the Bears threw O'Brien, a bit of desperation to get his goal, and then again a little bit of desperation showed by Bain. Hardy, predictable hand pass. Bain may get his third goal. David Bain shoots for goal. It looks all right. No, it just fades away at the finish, and it's through for a behind. So a little bit of urgency creeping into the game of the Brisbane Bears in the latter part of this second quarter.
Well, maybe starting to get something out of the middle with Merritt there, providing aggression at that centre bounce.
And was that a mark paid there to Geelong? It is. And it's Brownless again. It'll be close to 10 marks, I would think, and it's not even half-time.
Could have been a free kick there. Gibson really making him earn that mark, coming in late.
Well, you mentioned that he's going to make it a bit tough for him, which, as I said, if you're going to go down, you've got to make the other players, your opposition players, earn their kicks. There's a good mark taken by Hooper. And he was the #1 draft choice last year. So obviously the Cats have had a good look at him and decided that he's going to provide something for them over the next few years. Scott, left foot kick. Oh, Hamilton, you don't drop those, son. And at centre-half back, he's going to be a little fortunate, and he gets away with a free kick. Looked a little surprised that the ball landed in his hands.
Amazing that he could drop that.
It's in the centre, and still they struggle hard. Hooper, big, strong man, gets the hand pass up towards centre-half forward. Jumping high was Couch. He spotted Bairstow wide. Bairstow runs onto the football. The bounce was kind to him. The kick is a good one by Bairstow. Round in front of the square. Punched away from Russell. Punched away again by Hawkins. Zanotti's there. Through comes Wern. Kick off the ground by Gary Hawkins. A goal.
During holiday travel.
Is 82 back in the middle once again. Make the most of it. Burke's been hammering it out of the middle, and they've been taking it away. They do so again this time. Through Bairstow, up towards the 40-metre line. At the back is MADAKELLIS. Tries to weave his way through, then gives it to Dwayne Russell. Kicks under pressure and puts it out of bounds on the full.
Well, at least they're putting some pressure on now, aren't they, Sandy?
Yep.
They worked hard to get back in defence. Dwayne Russell kicked under enormous pressure there, and of course kicked it out of bounds on the full. But well done, the Bears. They've certainly worked hard since halfway through that second quarter.
It'll be O'Keefe to bring it back into play. Tucked in the back pocket. Hugs the Gabba boundary line as Burke comes over the top and thumps it down. Hinkley tried to flick it sideways towards Bruns. He couldn't take it, but gets backup support from Neal, who pings away at goal from behind. Mark Neal, St Joseph's boy. So another behind on the board to Geelong, and it'll be Gastev to bring it back into play. Hinkley in front, Neal over the top to affect the spoil, but they've got the runners in. Campbell, who had a pretty good first half, gets it across to Gibson. Now Hardy. Brad Hardy comes steaming down the ground. O'Brien came out a little too early. Stoneham leaves Merritt and charges clear with a high spiral kick back towards half forward. Zanotti over the top. Hocking running. Gets it clear. Now Bairstow with a chance. And a long spiral punt again. Bouncing almost into the square. EXCELL tries Pele tactics. MADAKELLIS is under pressure and will be pinged.
Well, EXCELL had a chance there. He could have grabbed that and kicked it through quite easily, but elected to kick the ball in mid-air.
And amazing stuff, Brad Hardy, just a few seconds ago. The kick really was a very ordinary kick down towards that full forward area.
Well, I think Cameron made it look worse also.
What does Stoneham do? Stoneham picks it up and kicks it about 60 metres, and all of that good work is wasted with the combination around here on the wing. I don't know. I'm just talking to a few people at half-time downstairs at that were at the Chairman's Circle luncheon, and it's quite obvious that they're all just very, very disappointed in the skill level of the Brisbane Bears. Ball out of bounds now on half forward on that out in front of the Sir Gordon Chalk building here at the Gabba. We've got the Clem Jones stand and the Sir Leslie Wilson stand, and it's quite a famous ground here in Brisbane, the Wollongabba Oval, scene of some magnificent cricketing contests up towards full forward, and that's a mark. Yes, Cameron O'Brien. He's a bit of an enigma, Cameron O'Brien. He left the club, I think it was last year, and finished up playing with one of the teams in the local competition, Southport, and kicked quite a few goals with Southport. Now here he is, kicking long and high. It's a good kick, it's a goal. Great kick by O'Brien. And
keep it going. They've cut the margin to 21 points. They want the next couple, though, to be in it. Hamilton gets caught. Bruns comes over the top illegally, and they've got a chance to go deep into attack once more.
Well, they need their good players to lift. That's Hardy. McIver's been quiet, and if they can get something out of Mick McLean, they are a big chance.
O'Brien again. Well, he's got Austin McCrabb under pressure.
Yes, well, the difference is in the first quarter when the ball was coming down very slowly, it was easy for McCrabb. Now the ball's coming out of the middle quickly. O'Brien's leading, and they're kicking the ball well to position.
From 42 metres. Kick in towards goal, this time drifting it across the face ever so slightly and one behind. Well, that would have really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons if he scored that. 20 points in it. And still a lot of football left here at the Gabba. McCrabb looking for Burke. Support at the back. The kick was by Simpson. Down towards the half-forward line. Fletcher scouting. But taken out by Gastev. Well done, Ashcroft. Wide to the wing he goes, and that will beat Bruns over the line. And we'll see another throw. With him is Kenny Hinkley.
Sandy, just a comment about Ashcroft. He is a product of this local competition. It's about his third season, and he is looking as though he's improving with every match.
Well, they'll be very keen, I would imagine, and delighted if they can get some of the local product, more of the local product, into the team. The Cats go up to the half-forward line. Brownless in front will have a shot from 45 to 47 metres. No problem with the distance for Brownless. He's kicked 5, 3 in the first, 2 in the second, and he's drifted that across the face of goal for a behind. Billy's contribution remains at 5 goals. 21 points the note. Campbell at half-back. Wants to go on with it quickly. They've got to move the ball straight down the ground. That kick is high. Difficult one to grab. MADAKELLIS had to stand his ground. He did it well and then recovered well. Couldn't get away cleanly, however.
Very poor kick from O'Keefe.
Simpson. Again up to half-forward, but only as far as half-forward.
Kick it out here to Hardy's on his own.
I was going to say, he's got no one within 25 metres, but he's elected to go towards Merritt. Merritt in front of Stoneham, couldn't take it. Bain scouting now. He's got a bit of pace, David Bain. Just a chip over the top to Hamilton. Did go on with it. Got the hand pass to Ryan. Now Ryan can shoot in towards full forward. O'Brien gets back there. Got a hand to it. And then hammered it over the line for one behind.
Getting a little excited here, Sandy.
Well,
the 5-2, the Bears is not such a bad bet after all from your friend from Sydney.
Looking all right at the moment. McCrabb brings it back into play with a long kick. McIver's had back problems. Received some attention at half-time and he does not look fit. McLean's under pressure from Hinckley. McLean is still going. Bumped off it eventually by Simpson, who did well to sock it into the middle. Now Merritt. The big man, a clever tap to Bain. Now here's a chance for Matthew Ryan. Surely they can mount something here. The stab to O'Brien, and he's missed it. Hardy's at the back. A quick snap by Brad Hardy is wide and out of bounds on the field.
What a chance they had there, the Bears.
Golden opportunity gone begging.
Yes, Cameron O'Brien just took his eyes off the ball at the last moment. It was a good lead. The kick was good. And a good full forward would have just swallowed that one up.
Back towards the centre. Couch. Sweeping hand pass. Geelong are being held in. Now Bruns nearly caught. McLean just misses the football. Bruns, chances are not. He's over the top. A free kick. And it's picked out by umpire James Van Beek. And I just get the impression he makes a lot of decisions from a long, long way away from the action.
Oh, that was fair enough, Robbo. It was in the back to Bruns.
Okay.
Nodding all over the top of him.
Fair enough, Bernie. Wern takes the mark in the back pocket. And this boy's another product of the local competition. McIver, slow motion stuff, but he gets the hand pass to McLean. McLean's kick to centre half forward. Cameron, very short, contests the mark though. Ryan, back there was Simpson. Stoneham, now Spiro MADAKELLIS, kicks it long, up towards full forward. No mark taken, but desperate stuff by O'Keefe. Good play by the Brisbane Bears. At least they're showing a bit of gumption in this third quarter, when early in the second term their efforts were very, very ordinary.
There's a bit of urgency about them now, isn't there?
Certainly is, and that's the way it should be. If they're going to be beaten, go down with some sort of effort.
From the throw-in at the back, Bruns. But the whistle had sounded from behind play. It's a Bears free kick.
Restricted, Bruns held back.
Bruns was about to sneak away, but they lose the run. Towards Merritt, in front, couldn't complete the mark. Waiting down Hock. Gets past his teammate in Christensen, wide to Spiro MADAKELLIS. And he travels in towards Brownless territory.
It's a free kick to Brownless against...
Matthew Campbell, I think, Bernie.
Or was it against Michael Gibson?
Let's have a look.
And shepherding free kick paid
Shepherding
against
against
Campbell.
Gibson.
I think Campbell immediately went like, put his hand in the air and acknowledged to the umpire that
I think
he
you're
was in the wrong.
So Brownless is kicking for goal number 6. In fact, he's booted 5-2. From 40 metres. 6-2 for Billy Brownless.
Tonight, Hayley Mills helps
Geelong getting that goal through Brownless. And he's played a fantastic game, Billy Brownless. Hawkins' hand pass a little too severe. Neal goes back. Fletcher's caught. Hand pass comes wide. Nearly the chance for Cameron, but Couch chips in for Geelong and kicks it back towards centre half forward. Brownless, very disciplined. Wern picks it up and kicks it with the wrong foot as far as he's concerned, and it was a good one, finding Hamilton. Hand passes on. Who's this dasher coming out of defence? Campbell up towards full forward. Oh, Hardy was going to lick his chops there, but the mark has been paid back there to Hinckley. Brad Hardy, who's had a pretty ordinary day by his standards, I would consider. Hinckley's kick goes wide to half back. It's marked by Bairstow. Bairstow transfers play back in towards the centre. Oh, nearly could have taken that mark there, Damien Burke. Now the ball comes back towards McIver. In there striving hard as Neil. And eventually the umpire will call for a bounce.
26 points the margin, favouring Geelong.
Champion coming back on the ground. He's replacing Cameron.
So the former Geelong player leaves the ground for the Bears. Here comes Richard Champion. Originally with the Woodville Club in South Australia. MADAKELLIS told to play on. The advantage is a long kick and one behind is the end result.
You're not getting anything out of the ruck either from Shacky. I think Roger Merritt's a man for the job there.
Tony MADAKELLIS, his first score of the day. O'Keefe at halfback, unattended. David O'Keefe, another former Geelong boy. Well, McIver's got to make pace here, and he's very late on Fletcher. But he's not 100%. Hocking in towards full forward once again. Curran can't get to Russell in time, who snaps back at goal and produces another behind. 9-10, plays 12-20. 32 effective scoring shots to 19. Peter Curran comes back into play. Johnny Gastev's in the pocket. Gastev kicks long. He's looking for Zanotti. Used the body well. Balls of the crowd for 50. And Zanotti tried to play on it. It didn't work. Gives it across to Gastev. Then Campbell. He's under great pressure and gets a high kick. Travels only 20 metres. Merritt in from the side, then tries to storm his way through, but has it stolen by Hocking, and that's good play. Hocking up towards half forward. Brownless the flyer from behind. Couldn't take it cleanly. Bruns the tackle on Curran. Did he have the football? EXCELL goes backwards, but it's effective. Russell from a standing start. That's a fair kick from Dwayne Russell. He's booted it.
Russell gets his second goal, and Burke thumps it 20 metres towards centre half forward. Handball by Bairstow, goes another 20 metres. This time it's a little wider. Chipping in is Bruns. He gathers the ball and kicks it long and straight, and it's another Geelong goal, this time to Bruns. And Bruns gets his first goal, and Geelong kick clear once again to the satisfaction of their coaching staff. Malcolm Blight and Graham Jelly in the picture. And the 14th goal on the scoreboard for Geelong.
Yes, they probably would have been a little concerned at half-time with the spate of goals kicked by the Brisbane Bears towards the end of the second quarter, but they've steadied. And good players coming into their own again and winning the ball out of the middle on so many occasions. Damien Burke dominating the ruck.
Bounce, good bounce too by the central umpire. Oh, Burke flips it through his legs, goes about 15 metres wide of the circle. A real struggle there, McIver and Spiro MADAKELLIS on the bottom of the pack, and the umpire calls for a bounce. 14-20 Geelong, 9-10 the Bears, and Geelong, I've just calculated, in the 3 games that they've played so far this season, have kicked now 47 goals, 69, and surely a better conversion rate would be expected in future. Zanotti, the galloping Zanotti, with long hair flowing in the breeze, and mistakes again. And Geelong will get clear. Tony MADAKELLIS in that back pocket. Kicks it long towards centre wing. No mark taken, but Geelong have got the numbers again. Out there when the ball hits the ground. This time it's Bain. Dispossesses Spiro MADAKELLIS. Going after is Christensen, but Bain will get the free kick because he was held by the leg as he tried to get clear of Spiro MADAKELLIS. David Bain, I would think, probably not his high number of possessions. At the bottom of the pack was Champion. He couldn't quite gather that awkward ball. Tony MADAKELLIS, does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. Unfortunately for Geelong, because Champion was away with the football.
I've been watching Bernie, and he seems to have a pained look on his face, particularly then when they brought that ball down through Zanotti. He looked worried.
Very pained look. What a chance they had again. Zanotti, an experienced player, missed the target again with the hand pass, and then, of course, it made it difficult for Roger Merritt. He had a hand pass under pressure, and he missed the target also.
And it's pretty straightforward stuff, really, particularly if you're not being pressured, which Zanotti running down wasn't. He may have just held the handball up a fraction too long.
40 points the margin, favouring Geelong. MADAKELLIS, this is Spiro. Wide, and finds Mark Bairstow. Bairstow's kick is long and low. And a good, strong mark taken by Damien Burke. Well, his return to form would delight Geelong supporters.
There's that bandage on his left knee.
It's not bad.
Oh, that must be a cushion or something, Bernie, do you think?
Yes, it must be some protection there. He's had a lot of knee problems, Damien Burke.
60 metres out. It's a long drop punt deep into the square. What a fly and what a mark.
It's been a great performance.
He's given us a treat, Bernie, hasn't he?
Ideal conditions for the high markers. And Gibson there playing in from behind. He didn't restrict his run up there, so Billy Brownless unimpeded with that beautiful jump at it, and he's had no trouble putting it through from 5 metres.
7 of those 15 Geelong goals belong to Bill Brownless. It's been a fine individual performance. And after the Bears look to be making some headway, again Geelong has drawn away. Burke to Brunt. Towards MADAKELLIS. Oh, he controls it beautifully to Bairstow. Bairstow, bang, goes another one. Regulation stuff.
Copybook football, Sandy. Copybook out of the middle. Damien Burke not going for the big thump on that occasion, just for a change, looking for the rover.
And it really was incredible, Bertie. If you took that back, you couldn't do it any better if you wanted to write a book. This was a great gather by MADAKELLIS too.
It certainly was, and the running of Bairstow. And it's great to see him back in the Geelong colours.
But Bruns must have been laughing back there at the centre. That was a perfect tap down, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
Oh, dear me. Well, what can the Bears do? What can we do, Sandy? We've got to lift the Bears up over the line somehow, but they're just playing very, very ordinary football. 9-10, but Geelong go marching on. They kick it clear again, up towards half forward. Opportunity now for Gary Hocking. Sweeping hand pass is brilliant. Bairstow will kick another one. Unbelievable. Bairstow gets his second.
Nivea Visage presents
Centre bounce once again. And again, it's the hammering of Burke down towards the half-forward line. Zanotti there. Gets away from MADAKELLIS and gets a kick wide towards the wing. And it bounces over. So the Bears somewhat stunned by this onslaught again. Geelong have just come in waves.
Well, they've got a couple of big ruckmen in the twos there today. Didn't look too bad. Ashenko, of course, coming back. He looked a little bit out of condition, but he has the inches to compete.
As he was up against a bloke called Flanagan. There's another one down towards full forward, and this time there'll be a free kick. Incidentally, for those people in the Geelong and surrounding districts, the reserve side was beaten by 1 goal, I believe.
Now, I don't agree with that free kick.
Well, I agree, because O'Keefe was going back to try to get in position.
And the other fellow was just trying to bundle him out, hold his position and take the mark.
He held him out, didn't he?
He fell over. EXCELL.
Agreed. EXCELL has kicked 3, 1 in the first term and 2 in the second. This is the number 4. He's made no mistake. So 7 to Brownless, 4 to EXCELL, 2 to Russell and 2 to Bairstow. They're their main contributors in what has opened up a very big lead.
Well, it's been a 7-goal turn by Geelong. Only 1 kicked by the Brisbane Bears instead of infringement again. EXCELL only 10 metres out, making no mistake. Not a problem there. And nothing happening in the middle for the Brisbane Bears.
Well, one wonders if that magical mercurial number 5, if he could make a comeback, would they fit him into this side? Do they play better without him, or could they?
What a question.
Well,
His first man picked.
You would still pick him.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, they play all right. And not in the turn. Another goal, is it? It's another goal to Geelong. No, yes, it's all clear. And MADAKELLIS, Spiro MADAKELLIS, kicking Geelong's 19th goal. 8.5 minutes left in the term. And there's Burke still determined to get the bounce, knock away. McLean gathers the ball. Can he break clear? Yes. Kicks it across his body, goes wide. Now he's Spiro MADAKELLIS. It probably was his brother, I think, that maybe kicked that goal. Tony MADAKELLIS playing up in the forward line, roving. Spiro playing in defence now. It's an opportunity for BAIRSTOW. Unselfishly to Bruns. Bruns long kick towards full forward. Bears mark taken by Curran. Just judged it a little bit better than Dwayne Russell.
Curran, former Hawthorn player, comes to David Bain, hugging the boundary line. He bounces way across the wing, goes over the top of Bruns, down towards the half-forward line. Rogers couldn't take it cleanly. Hardy a chance. Brad Hardy on the left foot, but Rogers nipped back there and was able to take a clean mark in the back pocket.
I know about Shaki, he doesn't seem to have much idea where to position himself. Rogers
goes across ground, but it's quite effective to Couch, who sweeps the handball out in front of Sean Simpson. McLean on his hammer. Simpson keeps going. He was held. He's got plenty of support, however. Neal sweeps it wide. Overrun. A trip. And the Bears, through Roger Merritt, will again go into attack. Time ticking away in this third quarter, but it's been all Geelong. Merritt swings across the ground to Zanotti. He goes on to Johnny Gastev. Gastev's quick kick. O'Brien will fly from behind. Well, he got the beautiful ride but couldn't complete the mark, and BAIRSTOW just cleans up like a sweeper. Dwayne Russell could almost stop for tea. Gets his kick up towards the centre of the ground once more. Big pack of players. Fist it down. Neal couldn't take it. Brownless can under pressure. Gets a kick wide and over the boundary line, just in the Cats attacking zone.
Another mistake on that forward line. Cameron O'Brien not able to take that mark in beautiful position.
You'd have loved that situation.
Oh, look, I'm sure anyone would on a day like this to have that fly over the fullback.
Ball comes out the back to Stoneham. Now Billy will pump it from a standing start. What will he do this time?
Kick a goal.
Number 8. Boom!
In one of...
Back in the centre, the Bears 9-10-64, but they trail badly. The Cats are 20-20. They could kick a record score here, Geelong, with 1 quarter plus whatever there's left here. Nearly 6 minutes in this third term left in the game. Up towards full forward, punched away. But Geelong are at the bottom of the pack again. Simpson shoots for goal. Holding. Free kick to Geelong in the full forward area. That's against O'Keefe, but it'll go to EXCELL. And here's another goal coming up for Geelong. And if that sounds like a recording, well, I'm terribly sorry. Geelong 20-20. The Bears 9-10. And Merritt going down to question the umpire's decision. But there's not much you can do about it. I don't think he's going to change it. And EXCELL will certainly kick his 5th goal from only 3 metres out. Straight through the centre. EXCELL 5. Brownless has kicked 8. 2 each to BAIRSTOW and Russell. And singles to Couch. Tony MADAKELLIS, Bruns and Gary Hocking.
Been a 10-goal blast so far this quarter by the Cats.
They've just been so dominant, and there really is a great example of skill difference here at the Gabba ground this afternoon.
Well, what does Robert Walls have to do?
Just make them play man on man.
Put Roger Merritt in the ruck for a start. Get something happening there in the middle.
Well, let's see what happens this time. As usual, Burke wins it, but doesn't take it away. No mark to Shaq. Champion, but a player going past. That was Hamilton. Back to McLean. Mickey McLean's kick now. He wants O'Brien. And good body work against Austin McCrabb, who's a little upset with himself. We'll see Cameron O'Brien have a shot. He's been their main scorer, kicked 3 goals in the second term and 1 in the third for a total of 4.
He's done a reasonable job when he's put his body in front.
From 38 metres out, he has goal. Back in the middle once again. 70 plays 146. Burke a mighty run. Wins it. Oh, MADAKELLIS runs into trouble. He was tackled too high, and he will take the free kick. This is Tony. With the big guns looming down forward. EXCELL needs 1 for a milestone.
That'll be 50 metres, I think, against Excel.
It should be. Give him a wrap, and what does he do? In fact, we'll have to wait and see if it is going. I don't know that it is going to be. No, it is not. Curran takes it to the outer side, gives it to David Bain. Dwayne Russell almost gets him, but Bain gets his kick only as far as half forward. Couch is there as a loose man to bring it back once more to the centre.
Sandy, this bloke playing at centre half forward, Shacky, looks like he's playing a game that's completely foreign to him. He looks as if he's got no idea whatsoever.
Sometimes you're a very hard man, Bernie. Towards O'Brien and McCrabb. Hinkley cleans up against for Geelong, and the Cats just doing it too easily at the moment. This is Sean Simpson. That was not a good out of bounds on the field.
I tell you what, the Geelong defenders, the 6 of them, have had a picnic up there too, Bernie. Not enough pressure put on by the forwards to keep the ball in or make an effort just to make a contest.
Burke just too tall for Champion.
Too easy again.
Wants to play on and does so. Couch loses it. Champion. Well, he does it well with the one hand eventually to Zanotti. He's got a player going past in Ashcroft. Marcus Ashcroft from 43 metres set sail for home, but that kick is wide and has drifted out of bounds on the foot.
And the Ansett windsock over there on top of the Clem Jones stand, indicating the wind is going down to the right-hand end. So the Bears will have it with them in the last turn.
Hocking. To his ruckman, Burke. Wobbles it into the centre. Bairstow. Simpson wide. Under pressure, but gets a left foot kick up towards the half-forward line. Waiting down in front is Christensen. Shrugs the tackle, Marty Christensen. Steadies. Kicks in towards goal. Goes across the face of goal, however, and one behind.
Well, he had the opportunity there, Sandy, to get that across to Billy Brownless. Billy alone by himself, 15 metres.
What prompted your little outburst on Shacky?
Well, I've just been watching him closely.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like he knows anything about the game.
James and Stoney. Well, he can kick a ball too, but he's going short. At the back, McIver spins out of trouble. Champion. And the Bears are able to drift it up towards the half-forward line. Noonan's kick reaching that position, but then pushed over the line.
Is there any strength in the rumour that Bernie Quinlan is the #1 member of the Lawrence Shacky fan club?
There again, Shacky, he was on the lead, and when the ball got to him, just waited and let Rogers chip in and punch it away.
I know, I'm just not used to you having a bit of an outburst against a player, that's all. A fair Brownlow medalist in many of our
but you've got, I mean, you have to be prepared to make a comment, and that guy, really, I agree with Bernie, just completely lost at centre half forward.
Couch.
The Bears, half-back, Ryan gathers the ball, shrugs the tackle. Matty Ryan, he's had about 15 possessions, so his game hasn't been too bad. Again, Shacky drops the mark, what he should have taken. McIver gives it away to Gastev. What can Gastev do? He kicks it into the forward line, and O'Brien this time takes a good mark. And when he can grab it like that, you wonder how he managed to drop the mark about 10 minutes earlier in this term, where he had to sit on the fullback, jumped high in the air, and it slipped through his fingers. Now, Cameron O'Brien, he's kicked 4, and now he may have kicked 5. It's close. No, it's through for a behind 4-3 to Cameron O'Brien. (5-3), Bernie, is that right?
I think it is 5, Robbo.
Sorry about that.
3 in that second quarter.
He's lost a bit of concentration in the excitement earlier in this quarter.
Hinkley brings it back into play. Burke the target. Bairstow couldn't take it cleanly. Champion through, will soccer off the ground. Almost hit his own teammate. O'Brien and McCrabb jostling for it. Bairstow free. Clever little kick, gains 25 metres and a throw. Very close to siren time to end this third quarter, a quarter that has been dominated by Geelong. They've booted 10, and it's really Geelong of old. Burke hammers it 30 metres, but Gastev sneaks away from Fletcher, the 2 number 4s. Matthew Ryan running the boundary line. Up towards half forward. Rogers in front of Shackey, who gets a hand pass away to Champion. But there's the siren. It's three-quarter time here at... Preparing to charge at the ball. Champion underneath it, and Champion wins it. And cheers from the Gabba crowd. Campbell. And he set them alight with a goal in the opening 30 seconds. Kicks long down towards full forward. They want someone going past, but it's not to be. It's pushed towards the line. Comes back again. McCrabb under pressure. Socket off the ground by O'Brien, and Neville Bruns is quite content to run it over the line for one behind.
One thing Geelong did do in that third term, Sandy, they settled the scoreboard a little bit better. They were 11-16 at half-time, kicking 10-5, much more accurate.
Yes, good kicking to goal. Burke and Champion contest. Neither can take it. Campbell sweeps it over the top. Went straight over the top of Shackey. Rogers attempts to get it out. In fact, is successful. Comes back towards Couch. The left footer wants to get away. He does. Towards Brownless. 8 goals, Billy. Hocking has played a very good game. He's at the bottom. Wanted to get it out to Hinkley. Didn't travel far enough for him. Picked up by Zanotti and over the line once more. I suppose the disappointing thing playing at the Gabba today from the local point of view is the performance and how it could affect the crowd in future games when they're so keen to try and get the game growing here in Brisbane. Campbell does the right work, but it goes straight to Bruns. Hocking again. Shows some dash. Back to Bruns. Up towards the 40-metre line. Bairstow backing into the pack, couldn't take it. Bain, a clear run. David Bain gets away. Goes across the centre of the ground, and a good mark taken by Ryan. Ryan's kick in towards Merritt on the half volley, and he's smashed into the ground. Play on is the call. Hinkley gives it away, and again Geelong out of trouble. Past a lumbering Burke, who just hammers it over the back towards Couch. He'll in turn tap it further on to Bairstow. Here come the runners. Hocking from 40 metres into Tony MADAKELLIS. Can he get clear? No, he couldn't in time. One behind.
A bit selfish there, MADAKELLIS. He could have got that over to Russell.
Kick in to be done by Peter Curran. Not a bad kick either, going straight up the ground. No one home. Hardy, little fortunate, it came through the back. Long kick by Hardy up towards centre half forward. Merritt coming out is O'Brien, judging it a little bit better or collecting it wide. Everyone else missed it was McCrabb. And that very, very reliable defender, Austin McCrabb, number 38 for Geelong. Safely seeing it over the boundary line. Merritt, Stoneham, gets Stoneham out of the contest. MADAKELLIS over the top to Bruns. Kick smothered by Merritt. Had 3 more like him, they might have some chance. McLean goes for goal and misses to the left. He really should have kicked that, Michael McLean. And that, on my score sheet, is his first for the day. Now here's Austin McCrabb. Had some problems, I think, early in his career with Malcolm Blight, but he settled into that key defence post and he's doing a reasonable job. Play on now. Bears go into attack, up towards full forward. O'Brien, but look, Geelong outnumber again 3-1. Spiro MADAKELLIS kicks it out of bounds on the full, and a free kick to be taken for the Bears. Wide out there at half forward by McLean. McLean now in towards full forward. Hamilton behind. MADAKELLIS in is Ashcroft. Hardy. Shot for goal by Hardy. It could be a free kick, but it's all clear anyway. It's a goal to the Bears.
Middle 79 plays 148. Past MADAKELLIS it goes. Socket off the ground, wide towards the wing. Bruns, Ryan. Ryan leading in the race. Controls it well. Flicks it round his body and promptly puts it out of bounds on the floor.
Well, again, a skill error from the Bears. We've seen them all day. He had a chance to get that ball over to Noonan and just ignored him and proceeded to kick it out of bounds on the full.
Bairstow, roaming unchecked, takes the mark. The Russell lead is ignored. He's got EXCELL and Brownless at the back. Billy will fly from the side and he's got it.
Well, a great aerial display, hasn't it, Robbo, by Brownless?
Well, I think that from that point of view, this is the sort of footy that we like to see. We don't like to see teams get thrashed, which is what we're watching, but certainly on the plus side, we're seeing Aussie rules at its best through Billy Brownless.
He snuck it home. He has.
Kick 9, Sandy.
It's a fantastic effort. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 at the start of the fourth. So he could be looking at a 10-goal day here, Bernie.
Well, he's had every opportunity, hasn't he? He's played in a side that's got the ball out of the middle quickly, down on the forward line. He's taken some tremendous overhead marks. That one not an easy mark because he was in a big pack of players, but he had a run at it. And I must say, perfect conditions for high marking today at the Gabba.
From the centre bounce. Towards Hinkley it goes. Kenny Hinkley tried to get the handball out to Christensen. Was effective too as he sneaks away from Zanotti. Kicks wide for Bairstow, who just keeps it in play. Well, I think even he was surprised at that. Bain loses out. This could be another one. Kick in towards full forward. It goes over the top of O'Keefe, but he just gets back and takes a good defensive mark. Coming in from Fletcher. O'Keefe. Not sure where to go. Eventually straight down the middle. Burke couldn't take it. Hocking yet another hand pass out in front of MADAKELLIS. Could run into trouble, but tried to get it on to Couch, who propped over the ball just for a moment and may have been a little fortunate. The record, Robbo, I know you've been delving into the history books for the last 30 seconds. What does Billy Brownless have to beat?
Well, Gary Ablett has kicked 11 goals for Geelong against the Bears in 1988, and these statistics are supplied by the Geelong Football Club historian Cole Hutchinson, and it's very much appreciated because the club certainly work hard.
Is EXCELL snapping away for another behind. Well, the goal umpires have certainly been given plenty of work today. I think the only one whinging about them would be Neville Bruns, who did appear to kick a certain goal, was given a behind. Here they go again. Hocking to Scott. A floater down in towards the pocket, and a good mark taken by Simpson. Well, he'd give this a nudge. He's going to kick from probably 47 metres, Sean Simpson.
You wonder whether St Kilda are good enough to let a player of his calibre go too.
Good looking kick into the square it goes, and the mark taken by Champion. Goes short in the back line, gives it away to McLean. Michael McLean's kick up towards Shackey, fisted away from him. Scott stands his ground, then just threads his way through the pack, off to Simpson, and forward come the Cats once more towards Bairstow. Intercepted, however, by Gibson and pushed down for Ryan. A little slow, but he eventually picks up the ball and gets it away to David Bain. Bain on the outer side sneaks past Neal. Centering kick, he's got a couple of options there, and the mark has been taken by Hamilton.
Hamilton's kick in towards full forward, looking out there for O'Brien, and O'Brien takes a good mark in front of Austin McCrabb. He's about 40 metres from goal, Cameron O'Brien, and I suppose in a losing side, Bernie hasn't done such a bad job.
No, not too bad, Robbo. Coming up for goal number 6 if he kicks this one.
He's had 9 kicks. This will be his 10th kick. 7 marks. Kick looks all right through the air, but he's hooked it a little bit, and it results in a behind.
Dwayne Russell coming off the ground, and Hooper replacing him for Geelong.
McCrabb to kick the ball back into play for Geelong. Goes to that far side. Nice kick too by McCrabb out towards the wing position, and a mark, a good one taken by Stoneham.
He's been unobtrusive today, Ian.
Well, I think he's probably being asked to do a disciplined job. There's another mark to Brownless. No, it's not paid. Chipping in to pick up the crumbs is Bain. Bain wide to Hamilton. Sorry, Bernie.
Sorry, Robbo. Gibson hurt his ankle trying to spoil Brownless from behind. He's in a lot of trouble.
And a mark back there taken by Rogers, who has resurrected his career down here at Geelong, Andrew Rogers. He came over from Woodville to play with Essendon and couldn't quite cement a place in the team there. And, of course, Malcolm Blight, having a lot of respect for his ability, picked him up, and Rogers doing a good job for his coach in the back line for Geelong. Burke it is, who kicks it forward. Player on his own is Spiro MADAKELLIS. That could have nearly been 50. I agree with you. You were about to say that, Sandy?
Oh, I thought it would have been.
MADAKELLIS' kick into the full forward line. Brownless was the lead. Intercepted. Chipping in there was McLean. Gets it away to Curran. Curran's kick wide to the wing. Chasing after it is Zanotti. Zanotti with the long locks blowing in the wind. Kick towards full forward, and a great mark taken by Gary Hocking.
As that happened, Gibson limped off the ground, clutching the left ankle, and has been replaced by Cameron. MADAKELLIS. Kicking to a very congested forward line. But one man is the focal point. Billy Brownless couldn't take it. Stoneham's down there now. He might have a shot at goal. Chips in towards full forward. That's a clever kick to EXCELL. Just spotted him. Kicked it low. Good work.
Yes, well, they've teamed very well, and they've had every opportunity to do that today, Sandy, too. Coming up for his 100th goal in AFL, VFL football. Gavin EXCELL, if he kicks this one.
Well, he's 35 metres out, and I think he's stuck at home for one behind.
Well, he was recruited from Northern United, which is in the Bendigo League, by Carlton, actually. And he was rejected, went back to the country, and Geelong picked him up. And he's doing a pretty good job for the Cats.
Curran to Gaster to the half-back line, and that's a better mark. Taken by the former Cat, Shane Hamilton. But he's not with the Cats anymore, but he still kicked it straight to Fletcher, who's got Simpson on the outer side of the ground. Well spotted. Burke's calling for it across half forward. May go shorter than that towards Bairstow. Can't quite get there in time. Who's got the numbers? Wern gets the hand pass away to McLean. He's under real pressure, but shreds his way through. Gives a quick hand pass across to Noonan, who's back out on the ground. Here's Shackey. Floats it up towards the half forward line. McCrabb loses it, and it could be costly. Hardy shoots towards goal, but misses.
That was a shocking miss too.
Well, he was just running into an open goal.
That was a shocking kick from Shackey to start off with.
Oh, I wouldn't be. I'd rather have a go at a bloke like Hardy who... Oh, well, say no more.
Burke, that's a good mark. Damien Burke wastes no time. But Couch has got to make metres here because Gastev's well in front of him. And can't control it. Well, very disappointing for the Bears to see this sort of football. Bill, you've got a report on Mike Gibson's ankle.
Yes, Andy, the Bears can't take a trick today. Mackay was already on the bench rubbing his ribs lower back area with trouble. Michael Gibson, the left ankle, he's in a lot of pain down here. They say it's sprained at the moment. Not too sure yet there is ligament damage, but hope not.
Bairstow from 50 metres, sets sail for home. A good-looking kick, and that looks like another one for Geelong. Yes, another behind.
2 goals, 5 to Mark Bairstow. So he's been one of the culprits in the inaccuracy for Geelong. The kick in has been marked out there by McLean. Michael McLean, I suppose when you analyse his game, it's been fairly good. They haven't had a lot of good players, the Bears, but his has been a reasonable one. The kick towards centre half forward. Bain can't control it. Hinkley can. He gets the handball to Tony MADAKELLIS. He went for the hand pass, but then decided to kick it long towards centre half forward, and nearly a Geelong mark there to Hooper. The handball comes out the back. Can Brownless get his 10th? He runs into an open goal and bangs it through.
Welcome back to the Gabba ground. I'm just doing some maths here. The highest score by Geelong was 24-18, 162 in 1988. Was the highest score. So Burke again. And the Bears do something out of the middle. Advantage is going to be paid. There was a free kick there going the way of the Bears, down towards O'Brien and McCrabb. But Christensen is there for Geelong. Flicks it back around the boundary line towards Sean Simpson, and he takes a good mark. He's got better as the game has progressed, Simpson. Floating kick towards Bairstow, who just roams at will. Kicks a little under pressure, caught MADAKELLIS out of position, and eventually the ball finishes over the line. Some 12 minutes remaining in this match. So the Cats are going to keep their unbeaten record this season well and truly intact. Bairstow another possession across to Fletcher. Wide towards Hocking. He is under pressure. Gastow. A high kick. Back towards Simpson. He's going to take a free kick. What for?
Unbelievable.
McLean was in front.
It's about the third time a decision like that has been given by the umpire, and on this occasion it was the more senior of the two.
Billy, here's another one. This for number 11. He'll check side this one, and he's missed it. Oh, Billy. It's how many behinds?
10 goals, 3. Only 3 misses to Billy.
10 threes kicked, huh?
I don't think too many players would have kicked 10 from centre half forward either, Sandy.
No.
And on this small ground, I suppose it's set up for him on a day for high marking. 3 or 4 opponents. And now Gibson off the ground with that damaged ankle.
Oh, dear. Oh, he was going to go short to Gastow.
I'm sorry, Sandy. I am laughing. I am laughing, Bernie. I can't help it. I just can't help it.
So a throw in. Curran came over the top. Bairstow's getting knocked up, picking up kicks. Centering kick, clever kick too to Burke. Damien Burke. Floating kick to Billy Brownless. And this time he's directly in front. This to equal Gary Ablett's record of 11 goals. Gary booted those in 1988. There's the drop punt on its way. Will make the distance. But again, it's off target. 10-4. And over to you, Robert.
Well, the Bears have been a very, very ordinary rabble this afternoon here at Wollongabba. Here's another mistake. Bairstow chipping in. Ryan dispossessed. Hardy back. Gets clear. Oh, Shackey leaves it behind. Couch shoots for goal. Paul Couch and puts it through. So another goal to Geelong. The Gabba Oval with 10 minutes left. Geelong just keep on kicking goals. There doesn't seem to be anything that can stop him. And Couch kicking the last goal for Geelong. Here's a free kick back in the centre to be taken by Damien Burke, that big ruckman. And maybe his confidence. Oh, look at Brownless, get up there. He nearly took the mark. Bears going at it hard still. Champion, McLean. Hand pass a little high, but Bain is able to get away. He's hard up against the boundary line. He's run about 35 metres with the football, and eventually he's penalised for going too far. But poor old David Bain, he's been a very good player since coming over from Western Australia. He's had a difficult day today, however. He's picked up quite a few possessions, but he's always been under lots of pressure. Kick back in towards the centre. Burke can't mark. Hardy's a chance to gather the ball. He can't. Couch. Hand passes further afield. Brownless. Oh, he just gets away too easily. Kick goes up and under. Goes after it. Nearly gets his own kick. MADAKELLIS chipping in as Gastow. Gastow from centre half back. Chance here. Shackey, the brilliant Shackey, gets it off. Hardy. Zanotti. Short pass. Marcus taken by O'Brien. O'Brien's shot is missed to the left. And unfortunately for the Bears, they've kicked their 16th behind. So the game is just petering out for the Brisbane Bears. Austin McCrabb now to kick the ball back in for Geelong. It's getting quite dark here too at about 4:45. Kick in. He's marked by Scott. Scott plays on quickly. Short kick in towards the centre. Gastev striving hard. Can't get clear. Maybe the advantage rule will be paid. No, it's a free kick going to Geelong. So the Cats will go into attack. It'll be taken back there by Hinkley. And Hinkley's high kick. Another change being made by Geelong. Brownless jumps high, can't mark. Ball comes out the back to, oh, down goes Hamilton. That was a bit ordinary. I think the offender could have been Bairstow. Still Hamilton in the hands of the trainers. Burke, not in the hands of the trainers. He's down behind play. He gets up now to regain his footing. The ball taken by Shackey, kicks it wide, and Burke takes the mark for Geelong.
Well, the skill department has been disgraceful, hasn't it, from the Brisbane Bears? So many kicks have been wobbling off the boot, hand passes missing the target. Just coach's nightmare, really, today.
Neil couldn't quite complete the mark. McLean works hard, gives it across to Champion. Richard Champion goes for a bounce, then ducked his head. The football spills three. Past Ryan it goes. Couch now, he's on the favourable left foot here. From 50 metres, he sets sail for home. Good looking kick by Paul Couch. And there's another one to Geelong. That's 5:27, plays 11:16. As Geelong continue on their merry way. Down towards EXCELL the fly. But he got sandwiched in there. Socket off the ground. Gastev tries to flick it further afield, but it goes straight to Hinkley. Kenny Hinkley's going to have a shot from 40 metres. And Brownless is there. He sees it go over the line for one behind.
Sandy EXCELL's in trouble.
Well, he got sandwiched between the two defenders. He may have hurt his ankle.
I'm just thinking, besides the Ablett saga, there is Buse. Who else to come back into this Geelong side?
That'd just about be their strongest side, I think, Buse and Ablett into the team.
Comes into the back pocket, and Danny Noonan, who's spent considerable time on the bench, takes the mark. Hamilton appears to be okay. And he takes his kick, drifting it into the centre. Bairstow waiting down in front as always. It's socket clear. Simpson's on the end of it. Bairstow's running with him. The pair combine. Bairstow from 50 metres goes up towards Brownless. Brownless no key. Brownless! This surely for number 11. He's directly in front, 15 metres out. And just too strong.
Yes, too strong and in the front position where all good forwards should be. Keith not able to knock that one away.
And he should. And he nearly looks too tired.
He's got a 50-metre penalty, so point blank range. He goals. That is number 11.
It's just been an absolute bath for the Brisbane Bears here this afternoon. They really haven't shown anything. Look, here's another chance. Couch, hand pass. Scott can't quite pick it up, but look, he just runs away, and it's a mockery. Scott goes for goal, but a good mark taken back there on the last line of defence by Peter Curran.
It's amazing those Bears players back in the middle of the ground didn't seem to want to tackle.
Curran's kick goes wide to half-back. Nearly a Geelong mark to Brownless. Gastev chips in, kicks the Bears up towards centre wing. It goes straight through O'Brien. Russell running back for it, and he gathers with strength. Well, that was unfairly, I would have thought, getting rid of it. Hardy can't kick with the left foot, so kicks it up towards a forward pocket. Zanotti behind, McCrabb in front, where all good defenders should be, and he takes a lovely mark in that back pocket.
We saw Russell go charging at the ball. Coming to him was Roger Merritt, and I think Brian Russell may have come off second best. McCrabb to the outer side. No mark. Fletcher working hard, but loses it. McLean did well. Bain in trouble.
Well, again, a bad hand pass, Sandy, putting David Bain under enormous pressure.
Bairstow was short, was looking for Hocking, but was just beaten to the punch on that occasion.
Good play by Hocking, minding the mark. There are 100 goals in front, but still he's competitive. Great stuff.
That was Ashcroft. This is Merritt. Plays it all to Shackey. Another hand pass. Hardy. In towards full forward he goes. Campbell in front, but couldn't take it cleanly. McCrabb dashes through. Gives it across to Fletcher. Back again to Robert Scott. And he rumbles through the middle. Out comes Hooper. Well, they've got a number of options. There's EXCELL, Brownless, Hooper, Burke in the height division down in that forward line. And they're sharing it around pretty well, although Billy's got 11. And there's a good mark on the last line of defence by O'Keefe.
O'Keefe looking out here towards half-back. Shackey, 1 against 2. Good play by the big fellow, and he runs away. Showing a lot of ability now is Lawrence Shackey after 3 bounces. Looks further afield, up towards centre-half forward for Roger Merritt. He taps it down. Hardy really should have let Cameron get through. They bumped into each other. Now Cameron's got the football, and they really are struggling, the Bears. Russell gets through too easily for Geelong. A kick towards half forward. Shackey gets back to give out a little bit of a helping hand back here for Noonan, but 3-2 always wins out. Scott to Bairstow. Bairstow up towards half forward proper, and Couch interferes with Gastev. The advantage will be paid. Noonan comes away with the football, kicks it up further to Hamilton, and Hamilton marks and plays on. Kick towards centre half forward, but a great mark taken over the top by Stoneham, and Barry Stoneham getting a little bit of confidence in this match this afternoon. Playing at centre half back on Roger Merritt. Stoneham has done a pretty good job. Oh, look at that, another great mark taken by Brownless. And he really has had one of those afternoons that you'll want to remember for a long, long time. Rogers took the hand pass, shared it away with Fletcher. Fletcher's high kick towards full forward. EXCELL at the back, can't get into the contest, and Noonan takes a mark for the Brisbane Bears. He kicks it wide towards centre wing. Another chance for Shackey, and Shackey kicks it further up towards the centre wing position. Cameron can't mark. Rogers does the percentage thing in front of Merritt, and we'll have a boundary throw in about 65 metres around from the Bears' goal.
Well, you just shake your head with some of the play that the Brisbane Bears have performed this afternoon. Very ordinary skill level. On that occasion, they had a chance to short pass, again missed the man.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in this game as Marcus Ashcroft has it forward of centre. McCrabb was the flyer from the back, couldn't take it. Zanotti shows a bit of dash, but his kick is well smothered by Ken Hinkley. And Hinkley follows it down. Away they go again. To go over the top to Simpson or come inside to Russell. Simpson back to Hinkley. Don't tell me Kenny wants a goal. Dwayne Russell back to Simpson. Well, they're mucking around with it now, and he's got a back pedal, but he's still got players streaming down the ground for him. Brownless will be the target. Couldn't take it. Bairstow, like a magician, comes away with it. From 40 metres, goes in towards EXCELL and O'Keefe, and while they're tackling each other, a goal is the result. 3 to Bairstow. He was off target early. In fact, he's got 3 goals fired. But the cricket score keeps mounting here at the Gabba.
Well, pretty hard to gauge how good Geelong are, because we don't know how bad really the Brisbane Bears are today, but you can only judge them on what you see, and Geelong look very good today.
Could be a full house down at Cardinia Park next Sunday when they play host to Carlton.
Well, that'll test them both out, Sandy. Yep. I think Carlton were very disappointing yesterday, of course, and Geelong just marching on.
Gastev tackled, loses it. Fletcher tried to go out the back door. That one just about clean bowled everyone. O'Brien gives it away to Ryan. Down towards half forward, and Merritt takes the mark. 82 plays 190. Roger Merritt has just the 1 goal. That was kicked in the first quarter. Directly in front, kicking from just outside 40 metres. It's a pretty accurate kick for goal, Roger. That's his 2nd for the match. And the Bears 12th. They move to 12-16-88, trailing Geelong by 102 points.
Well, they've had a couple of good players. Roger Merritt has tried hard all day. I thought he lifted them in that 2nd quarter when he went into the ruck, when Brisbane Bears actually outscored Geelong for that 2nd term. And a very relaxed Malcolm Blight. I think that's the most relaxed we'll see him for the season. A big victory for Geelong. Graham Jalley and Bruce Nankervis alongside him.
And the Stimmerol getting a workout.
So just seconds remaining. It's going to be a history-making day, but the history's not going to the Bears, it's going to Geelong. They may just have time to make the margin less than 100 points. Shane Hamilton, a former Geelong player, has a free kick from the middle. Drifting it up towards half forward. Big pack of players. At the back is Rogers. Gives it across to Bairstow. It doesn't matter, it's all over. There is a big win to Geelong The final scoreline showing Geelong 27 goals, 28, 190. Brisbane 12-16, 88.
Showed just how small the Gabba is, goaling from nearly the wing. The Cats were mostly off target though, and Bain's goal in time on saw the Bears somewhat luckily only 20 points down at quarter time. Yet again, the Cats continued to find it hard to split the centre in the second term, but Brisbane was also having similar problems. Then at the 16-minute mark, Geelong all of a sudden found the target and found it frequently. The Cats slammed on 5 goals in 7 minutes, opening up a 52-point lead, and it looked like turning into a rout. But to their credit, the Bears lifted, and 4 quick goals towards the end of the half cut the deficit to 26 points at the main interval. O'Brien reduced the margin to 20 points early in the third term, and the Bears looked a chance, but as it had done in the previous quarter, Geelong struck a purple patch and virtually wrapped up the match in the twinkling of an eye. And it was the killer bees who were doing all the damage. BAIRSTOW, Burke and Brownless made it look easy as the Cats slammed on 9 goals in 13 minutes to lead by 76 points at the final change. The last quarter held only 2 points of interest. Could Brownless get double figures, and could the Cats win by more than 100 points? The answer to both questions was yes. Billy finished with 11, the margin was 102, but still, Malcolm Block...